Am I the a-hole for being jealous of my boyfriend's best friend? My boyfriend, let's call him Jack, and I haven't been together for too long, 6 months, but we've been really close friends for years. His best friend, let's call her Kelly, has also been really close friends with him for years, about a year longer than I have. They've hooked up in the past, before I knew him, but he swears they are just friends now. They also happen to be roommates. I'm not typically a jealous person, and I never had any ideas about their relationship before Jack and I started dating, but I'm starting to have some concerns. For example, Kelly and Jack often have brunch together on weekends, go on dinner dates throughout the week, go on adventures in the city at night time, and are always texting. Every morning Jack sleeps over at mine. He'll open his phone to at least 5 texts from Kelly asking if he wants to hang out that day, or showing him a new outfit she got, or whatever. Of course, I'm taking his word for what's in the texts, as he makes an active effort to hide them from me, so that I would not even be able to glance over if I wanted to, which I do. Sue me. Kelly even recently bought Jack tickets for the 2 of them to go to a concert together. When I sleep over at Jack's house, sometimes Kelly will text him that she is sad and needs him. He is usually gone for an hour or 2, talking to her in her room with the door closed. I'm not trying to imply that they're being physically intimate during these times, because I don't think either of them are like that. It's not so much the physical aspects I'm worried about / jealous of, it's the emotional. Kelly is a really kind human who has never been anything but nice to me, which is why I sometimes feel bad for getting jealous or insecure about how close the 2 of them are. Anytime I bring up to Jack that how close the 2 of them are makes me a little uncomfortable. He brushes it off as there isn't anything between us, so you have no reason to be, which is fair, but I feel like at a certain point, their relationship is inappropriate. I know that, if the roles were reversed, that Jack would be uncomfortable. But I also would never have that kind of relationship with someone, while I'm in a romantic relationship with someone else, because in my opinion, that crosses the line. This past week, Jack and I have been on separate vacations to visit our families. We haven't spoken much, but I assumed that this was because Jack was scuba diving all day, which is what he tells me. Today we finally had a phone call, because he wasn't diving, and the first thing he says is, "Why isn't my FaceTime going through to you? It must be your Wi-Fi." Kelly and I have been FaceTiming and it's been working fine. When I tell you my jaw hit the floor, it did. My eyes swelled up, and I had to hang up before I choked out a cry. We haven't spoken in practically a week because of how busy he has been, but he's been FaceTiming Kelly the entire time. Am I the a-hole for being upset now? And in general, what would you all do in this situation? Not the a-hole. You're not jealous of his best friend. You're upset that you're not his priority. She sucks, but your real problem is with your boyfriend. He chooses to FaceTime with her over you, and probably remain in closer contact with her on a day-to-day basis. He chooses to go to her when she wants his attention. It's not cool that she demands his attention, but it wouldn't be that big of a deal if he put up normal boundaries. It's not about whether or not they are currently sleeping together, it's that you're not his priority. He continues to choose her over you. If you don't want to break up with him, you need to get him to understand that his actions are unfair to you. You're not crazy for wanting to be your partner's number 1 person. That's what being in a relationship is all about. Not the a-hole. I'm so sorry to put it to you this way, but emotionally, at least, it sounds like Kelly is his girlfriend and you are his side chick. I doubt his claim that they are not having physical relations. Even if he is telling the truth, the fact that he is living with a woman that he spends that much discretionary time with and allows himself to feel that much emotional responsibility for does not make him viable boyfriend material for anyone else. Ultimatums rarely work out, of course. But you are not crazy, jealous, or unreasonable to find this situation intolerable. Original poster here. For a little more context, Kelly has a lot of mental health issues / struggles at home and in her other relationships. Jack is an incredible friend to her and his other friends as well. I would never ask him to stop being friends with her, as I know that he is her rock and I would not take his friendship away from her, as that would definitely make me the asshole. I'm hoping for a solution that allows them to remain friends without making me feel, as you all have dubbed it, the side piece. Jack has also never had another girlfriend before, so this could be an issue of him never having to change his relationships with his friends because of Vanessa before. So how do I navigate a conversation that doesn't lead to an ultimatum? I wouldn't be even giving an ultimatum. I'd be gone. The way he's treated you is absolutely ridiculous. He is treating you as the side piece and you're being the a-hole to yourself for staying in a relationship where you will never be a priority. OP, you need to have some respect for yourself. He's lied to you. He's chosen her over you again and again. It's really tough to hear and realize that your partner isn't a great person. You need to walk away and tell him bluntly why you left. Because that boy is stuck with her. I agree. One of my best friends, who is my current roommate, is a guy, but we don't even begin to cross those lines. My boyfriend and him adore each other, which I know is just a bonus, but I've never even thought about hiding my messages with my friend from my boyfriend. Because we live together, my friend and I do hang out a lot, but we rarely, if ever, make dates. And when we do, my boyfriend is typically busy doing his own thing prior to us even making the plan. On top of all that, OP's boyfriend saying that there isn't anything between us, so you have no reason to be as ballless. Even if there isn't anything between them, you can't just decide how people feel. If someone feels hurt by something I've done, my intention does matter, but it doesn't make their feelings disappear. If I care about that person, I try to find a way to solve the problem, and if it isn't solvable in a way I'm comfortable with, then we cross that bridge when we get to it. OP's boyfriend isn't even trying to find a solution because he either doesn't care or else he's plain stupid. Going to have to say not an a-hole here, but I'd say it totally depends on the rules you guys have set up around your relationship. If this is something that is emotional cheating for you, I'd say you'd need to talk to him about that. If it's something he doesn't see that way, I'd say it's not the relationship for you. He would be the a-hole if you've already set boundaries about this type of thing, and he is indeed emotionally cheating. From your comments I've read, though, it doesn't sound like anything physical really is going on, and that he's under the impression it would need to be physical for him to be doing something wrong. Communication is key. You'd be the a-hole if you held him to something that had never been communicated, or even at least implied. Like, you're the a-hole if you had been with him as his girlfriend for years. Yes, I'd be weary. But you've been dating 6 months and she's his best friend and roommate. They are closer than you two and spend a hell of a lot more time together regardless of gender. Being in a relationship doesn't mean you leapfrog over other people. You also need to actually communicate your feelings to your boyfriend and his best friend. No one's an a-hole. I would say this is a communication problem. It sounds like your boyfriend isn't making you a priority, and that, rightfully so, upsets you. From the info you have provided, I wouldn't say he's an asshole, maybe a little inattentive. Definitely approach him honestly with these thoughts and see what he says. I know it's hard to hear, but you guys may just not be compatible. The extra context has it really hard. No one's an a-hole here if everything is true. Personally, it seems as if they thought they were getting along together, thought it was romantic, found out to stay friends. With the mental health issues, it just seems like they are very close friends. It also seems like Kelly is the one with boundary issues. It seems like you three just need to have open discussion, as well as talk to your partner beforehand about it. Honestly, I love my partner, but it's also a different relationship to my closest friend. It's an additional pressure, where talking to your friend on vacation is more relaxing. Not that your partner shouldn't or isn't relaxing, just a different way. I just have a hard time saying anyone is the a-hole here. Here's an update from the original poster. Hey everyone. With all of you hyping me up, I decided to call Jack and let him know how I was feeling. Also, I should reiterate, I have previously discussed this with him before, and let him know that I'm not a second choice, I'm not a backup plan, and I'm definitely not a side piece. He was pretty upset at first, because I don't think he understands the severity of his actions / how far he is from normal boundaries, but at the end of the day he agreed to talk with Kelly about having those boundaries and the differences they need in their relationship, now that he has a girlfriend. I'll do my best to keep you all updated as we speak, and after they talk, but I'm hoping this ends well. The reason why this is hard is, because Jack isn't a malicious human. He is very kind and good, and I think, is struggling to find balance. We've been friends for years and I've been in love with him for all of it, so I'm not brand new to him, or this relationship I share with him. It's not worth giving up, yet, and I'm going to try my best to find a resolution that makes me happy and doesn't cut his friends out of his life. Thanks for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe for more videos. See you all later.